देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायो मुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। व्यास महर्षि की जय। हरे कृष्णा। So we are reading today from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 1, verse number 23. Itihāvavāsa jagati pati Ishvarichhā adhiniveshita Karmadhikaro khila jagata bandha Dvamshana paranubhavasya bhagavadādi पुरुषस्यांग्री युगलनवतार ध्यान अनुभवेना परिरन्धिता कषयशयो वदतोऽपि मनवर्धनो महतं महीतलम् अनुशासशाम्. Translation. Following the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Maharaj Priyavrata fully engaged in worldly affairs. Yet he always thought of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are the cause of liberation from all material attachment. Although Priyavrata Maharaj was completely freed from all material contaminations, he ruled the material world just to honor the orders of his superior. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The words Manavardhano Mahatam, just to show honor to superiors, are very significant. Although Maharaj Priyavrata was already a liberated person and had no attraction for material things, he engaged himself fully in government affairs just to show respect to Lord Brahma. Arjuna had also acted in the same way. Arjuna had no desire to participate in political affairs or the fighting at Kurukshetra. But when ordered to do so by the Supreme Lord Krishna, he executed those orders very nicely. One who always thinks of the lotus feet of the Lord is certainly above all the contaminations of the material world. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Yoginam api sarvesham madgata antaratmana Shraddhavan bhajate yomam sameyukta tamo mataha. Of all the yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. Bhagavad Gita 6.47. Maharaj Priyavrata therefore was a liberated person and was among the highest of yogis. Yet superficially he became the emperor of the universe in accordance with the order of Lord Brahma. Showing respect to his superior in this way was another of his extraordinary qualification, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 6.17.28. Narayana para sarve nakutascha bhibhyati sarvagapavarga narkeshva apitulyartha darshinaha. A devotee who is actually advanced is not afraid of anything, provided he has the opportunity to execute the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the proper explanation of why Priyavrata engaged in worldly affairs. Although he was a liberated person, also only because of this principle does a Mahabhagavata who has nothing to do with the material world come down to the second platform of devotional service to preach the glories of the Lord all over the world. Reading the translation again. Following the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Maharaj Priyavrata fully engaged in worldly affairs, yet he always thought of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are the cause of liberation from all material attachment. Although Priyavrata Maharaj was completely free from all material contamination, he ruled the material world just to honor the orders of his superior. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees here. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vartaman Guru vrinda ki jai. Sonjab Guru Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, this is a very, very wonderful verse, because it gives us a very valuable lesson in our day-to-day practical life also, when we are living in this ISKCON community and taking shelter of the Guru Parampara. This last line in this translation he ruled the material world just to honor the orders of his superior. Is so fabulous. The great devotees in Bhagavatam show us that how the essence of spiritual life is to honor the orders of the superiors. Because sometimes we may think, I know what to do in bhakti, so it's okay, I can do it on my own. But the whole point is that we have to do it under a shelter of a devotee. In the purport, Prabhupada is talking about Arjun, how even Arjun, though he had no desire to fight, but just to honor the words of Lord Shri Krishna, he fought. We see Priyavrata Maharaj. The background is Swayambhu Manu's sons, as Prabhuji was explaining yesterday. Uttanapada is the second son. Priyavrata Maharaj was the first son. And he just left that I don't want to be in the political life and I want to become a devotee. So he left, and the father also never objected. He was happy Uttanapad was ruling. After Uttanapad, Dhruva was ruling. After Dhruva, his descendants were ruling. Then Prachetas were ruling. Then Prachetas, Daksha came as a son to Prachetas. The same Daksha who got a goat head. He took another birth as the sons of Prachetas. And this time Daksha said, I don't want to continue being a king because already I made offenses to Lord Shiva. Better I do austerities and I get rid of all that previous sins. So because he left to do austerity, there is nobody to rule anymore. So then Swayambhu Manu, he goes back to Priyavrata and says, now come on, you have to rule. Now if we try to look at things from Maharaj Priyavrata's point of view, it is something like, imagine somebody has joined ISKCON at a very young age of 18 or 20 years old. And then suddenly by the time he's 60, 65, his father will come and say, now you come back, take a job, get married and take it is like because what has happened here is after Uttanapad, the Dhruva and Virochana and so many kings, that means so many years must have already passed. So by this time Priyavrata is doing austerity, he must be quite matured in the age. So imagine again if he is asked that come back and take up the material life again and become a king and all, it is so difficult. And nobody would do that. But the fact that Priyavrata Maharaj accepted to do it, that shows the greatness of his character. So we see that how the senior devotees or the superior devotees, they don't define success by their accomplishment. They define success by if they have been able to please the superiors. For them, that is the definition of success. If I have pleased my Guru and Krishna, that is success. Not that how much I have achieved. Like in the Indian context, the Indian players, when they play cricket, the greatest player is who is not bothered about his own century. He is thinking about how the team can be benefited. Same thing in spiritual life. If somebody is bothered, my chanting, my things are over. No, it's about teamwork. How we can please Guru and Krishna. That is why you see our movement is called Sankirtan movement. It is Sankirtana, means together we do it. Sankirtan means you do it with all your senses together. And Sankirtan also means you do it together. But sometimes we do Samkirtana, not Sankirtan, Samkirtana. Okay, I will chant my rounds, I know everything. The whole point in bhakti is we are not interested in making independent decisions. But we were having that urge to become independent. That's why we are here in this material world. Now, even after coming into the organization, we still keep that tendency of independent thinking. Then we are not benefited. We have come here to give up our false ego and somehow be under a shelter. That's the right attitude. If we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, so many such episodes will be there where a person hasn't done anything wrong, but still he will be the one who will be compromising on things. Like you see here, if you just analyze, what is Priyavrata Maharaj's mistake? Nothing. He's just doing excellent. He left the material world. He is not disturbing anybody. He is doing his austerity. That also he is doing under the shelter of Narad Muni. It's not that he is doing something whimsically. He has the blessings of a Mahajan. He's following the right path. He's aiming to go back home, back to Godhead. There is nothing absolutely wrong in whatever he is doing. But still, when Brahma came and Swayambhu Manu came and they told him, come on, give it up. Okay, I give it up. Such a surrender. That's the epitome, like that's the character of a... Because if you have to decide between wrong and right, it's very easy. If you have to decide between right and more right, that is very difficult. And if somebody tell, okay, don't attend Bhagavatam class, or you have a choice, attend Bhagavatam class or you sit on the beach. Okay, Bhagavatam class, very simple. You either attend Bhagavatam class or you have to cook prasadam. Now that is confusing. Which will be the right thing to do, right? So sometimes there will be confusion between, right and right. At that time, what to do? Just to follow the orders of superior. Like we see in the case of Ambarish Maharaj. He is doing right. He did fasting, supposed to do parayan and drink the water and break the fast. But Durvasa Muni said, I am coming, I will take bath and come, wait for me. He was waiting. Now he does not know what to do because if he doesn't break the fast also, whole vrata is gone. And if he doesn't wait for Durvasa Muni also, it's an offense because he is a guest. He was completely confused now what to do because both are right. Both the things are right. To wait for him is right. To drink water and break the fast is right. So what Ambarish Maharaj did at that time is he took advice of superiors. He told all the Brahmanas, assembled Brahmanas, please guide me what I should do. Then they said, okay, you take a little sip of water. That will be like breaking the fast. At the same time, it is not offending the Vaishnava. He followed. We see in the case of Bharat Maharaj, he saw a deer. A deer was, had just delivered a baby and died. Now this little deer had no shelter. So Bharat Maharaj decided to take care of the deer. Was he doing anything wrong? No. Vaishnava means he'll be full of compassion to take care of other being. But at the same time he got attached and then again another story happened. Why? Because there is no advice of superiors there. On his own he tried to do something. So even compassion can become misdirected if it is not having a sanction of the superior. Because if the superior guidance is there, they will guide in the right direction, how much to do. Like we see in the case of Bharat Maharaj, he got attached to deer, he became deer. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see Shivananda saying he got attached to dog, he was giving the dog prasadam. But he didn't leave his service also. He was taking care of the devotees. Ultimately, he got benefited and the dog also got benefited by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one has to be so careful, and that balance can be maintained only if somebody is having a proper guidance of the superior Vaishnava. Because sometimes we may think I'm doing devotional service, but we don't know. Like Brahmananda Prabhu in the early days, he told Srila Prabhupada, I want to chant 64 rounds in Nidhuvan and in the forest groves of Vrindavan. Oh, it will be so wonderful. Prabhupada said, oh, you want to engage in sense gratification? Prabhupada, I'm not talking about sense gratification. I want to chant, Prabhupada, chant. No, that is sense gratification. Your guru is struggling here to preach and you want to sit in the groves of Vrindavan and chant, So sometimes right beyond the right. Chanting is right. But at that moment, helping Srila Prabhupada is right beyond the right. So that is why Bhagavatam is so beautiful, because it gives us amazing practical instructions. Because in our life, sometimes we will be in situations of dharma sankat. Shall I do this or shall I do that? Shall I do that or that? Because all seems correct. But with superior advice, that is why you see in the Vedas they say, Matru Devo Bhava. Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Why they calling Dev? Are they Devatas? No. Matru Devo Bhava means she is representing the Lord. Acharya is representing the Lord. The father is representing the Lord. So by that representation, they give some advice to their children or to their disciples, which has to be taken in that spirit. Oh, this is coming through the representation of the Lord. So that is such a wonderful thing, that in Krishna consciousness we should be flexible. That is why you see Rupa Goswami says Niyamagraha. Niyamagraha. That rigidity should not be there. This is correct, so I have to do because this is correct. This may be correct, but at this moment, this is not to be done. What is to be done is to be done. We have to take the advice of superiors. Because the other reason is, when we take the advice of superiors, we are empowered by them also. If somebody is rigid in Krishna consciousness, he cannot please the Supreme Lord. We see there is one pastime where Garuda was going and eating all the snakes regularly. So Vasuki went and complained to Brahma, if Garuda eats like that, it's not fair. Why not we make an arrangement by which every day we will keep some food for him aside. He should come and eat, not that he will attack everybody and we are all running in fear. So Brahma called Garuda and said, okay Garuda, no more you go and take the snakes like that. Every day they will put under a tree something for you. You take that food because Garuda has to eat something. Okay, they accepted, very nice. Every day they were putting some food for Garuda, he was eating. This Kaliya snake, he thought why Garuda should eat, for what he should eat, why we should keep regularly for him. So he went and fought with Garuda. Because finally both of them fought, and then Kaliya got afraid of Garuda and he left and he went inside Jamuna where Saubhara Muni was doing tapasya. So Kaliya thought this is a safe place for me because Saubhara Muni has told Garuda, don't come here and eat fishes, otherwise I will curse you. So now if you see, if you analyze between Garuda and Kaliya, the nature of Garuda, he is ready to adjust with everybody's plan. Though he also wanted to eat the snakes, but he adjusted with Vasuki's plan. Okay, I will not come like that. You arrange. He adjusted with Brahma's plan. Okay, we'll keep something for you regularly. He adjusted with everybody. Saubhara Muni's plan. Oh, don't come inside here and don't eat the fishes. You see the tendency of Kaliya. He does not want to adjust with anybody's plan. Why should I listen to Brahma? Why should I listen to this arrangement by Vasuki? Why should I listen to this arrangement by Brahma? He is not ready to listen to anybody. So that is why Garuda is the vehicle of the Lord and he is glorified, because he is ready and flexible to everybody's plan. That is the nature of a Vaishnava, and especially so the plan of the superiors, because when they give a particular instruction on direction, they also empower the devotee to follow that direction. And we can see that practically in the life of Srila Prabhupada's disciples. They were not highly qualified, but just because they followed the instruction of Guru, they got empowerment. Even if they did not know anything, what is that? Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate giram happened with them. They don't know anything, but because they used to follow Prabhupada, the instructions as it is, they all became highly empowered. His Holiness Hridayananda Swami Maharaj in the early days, when Prabhupada asked him to give class, he said, I didn't know what to speak. So he used to have that Walkman and put Prabhupada's class and put a shawl around himself and just keep pressing play. Whatever Prabhupada say, then stop and then repeat that in Bhagavatam class and again play, stop, like that he used to give class. And the same, His Holiness Hridayananda Swami Maharaj, he wrote, in the last chapters of Bhagavatam, which Srila Prabhupada could not translate because he left the body, he completed the translation. So somebody may think who did not know anything also became. So we see, like, whether it is the crazy Peter who came again, who became the devotee who started translating all the Sanskrit bhajans into English, like that we have seen that even they did not have any qualification, they all became highly qualified just by following Srila Prabhupada's instruction and taking every instruction of Srila Prabhupada as their life and soul. Like one of my favorite pastime of Srila Prabhupada is where Yamuna Mataji, they were going on Amritsar in a train, and Prabhupada said that I want some rice, and they didn't carry some rice. So she went to the train pantry and she told, my Guru Maharaj wants to have some rice, I'll cook rice. They said, you cannot cook rice here, madam. This is a pantry and we have big vessels. You cannot. No, it's all right. I want to cook here only. How will you cook? We don't even have small vessels. No, you have to allow me to cook, They said, no matter what you say. Usually in India, if they see somebody with a fair skin, foreigners means they will have so much respect. Whatever they will say, they will agree. But this time they were like, sorry, you cannot cook. Not possible to cook here. So she requested. When they didn't agree, she went near the door of the train. She said, "Are you allowing me or shall I jump?" And they were like, "Are you crazy? This lady is crazy or what? Just because we don't allow you to cook the rice, you're ready to jump." "Oh yes, I'm ready to jump, because if my guru wants something and I'm not able to give, what I should do by living? My life is useless." Then seeing her love for the guru, they said, "Okay, madam, come and cook." Then she, because they're all big vessels, and we don't know what they have cooked in that. So she sat and she cleaned all the vessels neatly, nicely, then made the rice. After all the hard work making the hot, because Prabhupada used to like everything hot. It has to be, even like a chapati also, you cannot keep the chapati. It has to come right from the stove on the plate. It has to come. So she made the hot rice, and finally when she put it in front of Prabhupada smiled. And Yamuna Mataji said that, when I said that I'm going to jump, I was not threatening them. I would have do anything for that smile of Srila Prabhupada. He was so happy to see that hot cooked rice. So like that we see that all of them became so empowered because they were taking every instruction of Guru and Krishna as their life and soul. Right? We see even in the case of Prithu Maharaj, he did 99 yagnas. The 100th one is left. But Brahma told him, "Okay, don't you forget it. Indra is getting insecure, all this fighting, what is required, you close it." Okay, he accepted. If somebody is there, they will say, "Why are you telling me? Tell him. What is my mistake? I'm just doing the right thing. I'm doing my yajna. I'm not disturbing Indra." But he did it. And the beauty is that the 99 yajnas he did, he gave some material things, some rice, something like an offering in the yajna. But the 100th yajna which he didn't do, he offered his false ego into that. Finished. Over. That was the best yajna. That is why his 99 yajna became greater than, even though Indra had done 100 yajnas. That is why we say 99 is sometimes greater than 100. Because he did such an amazing thing. Right? You see the history, the Acharyas, why today they are in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam or different Puranas or different books, and why we talk about them is because of their dedication to service of Guru. We see the story of Anantalvar. Anantalvar, those days when Ramanujacharya told that Balaji needs flowers and we don't have any garden on the hill, why not, who among my disciples will make a hill? People were reluctant, though his disciples, because those days there are some cruel animals, tigers, lions on the hill. Now everything is very high class and people are happy to go and have some nice cottage accommodation in the Tirumala. So Anantalvar, he raised hands. "Okay, I will do it, Guru Maharaj, I will do." He had a pregnant wife. And those days there is no JCP or some cranes you can dig and all. To make a garden there is no water also. You have to first make a pushkarini. So he and his wife, they both are digging the mud, putting in the basket, is giving it to his wife. His wife is carrying it on the head, going and throwing it far off, and like that they dug the pushkarini. Today also we can see Anantalvar's pushkarini on the hill. And when the Lord is seeing all this, he is feeling mercy. This lady is pregnant and carrying all the weight. So he came as a small boy and requested, "Sir, can I help you?" "No, not required." "No, please, I want to help you." "No, don't disturb. This is my service given by my Guru. I want to do it myself. I don't want to delegate it." Usually if there is any service given to us, we will be so happy to delegate it. "Oh, you want to do a thank you, come and do it with me." "Oh, how can I do this? This is my service." I kept on telling. Then Anantalvar told, "Little boy, let me tell you, I am an old man. I don't know how long I will live. As long as I live, I want to do my service. You are young. In future, you may get so many opportunity to do service. Please don't take away my service. Please don't. I don't want to share my service with anybody." Finally, Lord thought no use of asking him. So the Lord went and asked his wife. His wife said, "No, my husband is an angry man. He will scold. I cannot give." "How he'll come to know? You just come behind the tree and hand over to me. I will throw and come back. Nobody will come to know." Then she agreed because she's pregnant and she's feeling tired also. Okay, fine. So now Anantalvar observed that this lady is going and very quickly she's coming back. How she can come so quickly? She's a pregnant lady. So he went behind and he saw, this boy is taking the soil from my wife. Now he said, "This boy is too much, I'm telling him 10 times, he's not agreeing. I have to beat him up now. took the crowbar and running behind the Lord. Till I beat you, you'll not understand. And then he throws, we know the popular story, throws the crowbar on the Lord, and the Lord gets hurt on his chin. And then Anant Alwar, next day when he goes to worship Balaji, he says, what is this blood coming out? Then he understands, oh, it was Balaji, and immediately he puts some sandal and camphor. And even till today also, Anant Alwar's descendants, every day they are sending camphor and sandalwood to the Lord. And after that, they remove that prasadi also, they send them back. So some time back when me and my husband, we went to Tirupati, we went and met the Anant Alwar descendants, and we took some water from that Pushkarini, and we saw Anant Alwar's garden. So his descendant, when he saw us, he was very happy. So he said, okay, wait, I want to give you something. So we both were standing, what is he going to give? So he went inside and he bought the Balaji's camphor and he put it on our eyes and he blessed us, and we were so happy to receive that camphor. So we see that Lord becomes very happy when we follow the instructions of superior. And when we follow the instructions of superior, with the instruction they give us empowerment. That is the beauty. See, there is one disciple of Shankaracharya. Once Shankaracharya was with his other disciples on the bank of the river. That disciple is on the other side of the river. So his guru, he suddenly remembered, oh, where is, I'm forgetting his name, oh, where is this fellow? So he saw he's there. Hey, what are you doing here? Come quickly, he said. Just his guru told, what are you doing? Come quickly. So he said, my guru is asking me to come quickly. Now where I will search the boat and the boatman? So he started running on the river, started walking on the river. So much faith he had that my guru needs me, I need to go. With so much intensity he ran that every step that he's putting on the water, a lotus is sprouting, and like it's becoming like a tile for him to, like a walk, So like that, wherever he's walking, a lotus is coming, and he walked on all the lotuses and he reached there. From that time onwards, he's called Padmapad. Padmapad, where, lotus are coming out from every... So like that, we see such glorious devotees. Just they followed the instruction of Guru without any inhibitions, We see even in our own line, if you see the Bhagavad Gita, from Krishna, our whole line is given till Srila Prabhupada. You will see in between there is one name, Vyasatirtha. He is different from Vyasadev, Vyasatirtha. In Vyasatirtha's line, there is one disciple, Kanakadas. We see Kanakadas also, when he initially went to his guru, Vyasatirtha, okay, give me some instruction. Just to test his sincerity, Kanakadas, Vyasatirtha told, hey Kanaka, do one thing. You do meditation on Kona, 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 that's all you chant. He did not even ask, what is this mantra? Why are you asking me to chant? Why should I chant? What will happen? Okay, Guru Maharaj, I will chant. So he kept on chanting Kona, 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 continuously without anything. Now actually Kona in Kannada language means buffalo. So he's chanting buffalo, 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 buffalo. So sincerely he chanted. Actually Yamaraj's buffalo came. You are chanting my name, here I am, how can I help you? Oh really? I was chanting your name, I don't know, my Guru Maharaj asked me. So he went to Vyasatirtha and said, Guru Maharaj, buffalo has come, what should we do now? And there is no feeling like, for this, he made me chant like this mantra, buffalo has come. Nothing. He said, Guru Maharaj, buffalo has come, what should we do? Then they were digging some well, and for digging that well, some boulders were disturbing. So Guru Maharaj said, okay, this buffalo can remove that boulder. So the buffalo came and removed the boulder. Now Vyasatirtha became very happy. He said, now I'll give you the actual mantra, what you are supposed to chant. And then Kanakadas was initiated and Vyasatirtha gave him the right mantra. He wanted to check his sincerity. So actually that is why you see in ISKCON, before giving initiation, you are supposed to do disciple course, you are supposed to submit your sadhana card, you are supposed to consistently chant, take instructions from Siksha Guru, do some service. Only then the mantra will be given and all. But of course in Srila Prabhupada is very kind, and ISKCON Gurus are more kinder. So some they are giving, but actually so much testing the Gurus used to do in those days before giving initiation to the disciple. So not given just like that. So thoroughly they were examined, and like just like a Gold is burnt in the fire before an ornament comes out. Like that, they were burnt. So many tests were given of their sincerity, loyalty, and then finally the mantra used to be given. So here we see Priyavrata Maharaj, so amazing he is. He could have said, no, I don't want to, but he followed the orders of his superior. See, somebody may think also, why they gave that kind of order? He was doing tapasya, it's nice, but sometimes you have to sacrifice your own interests for the greater interest and welfare of others. If Priyavrata Maharaj would have continued his austerity, he could have gone back to Godhead. But they didn't have a efficient and capable king to rule the world at that time. So he had to give up his own aspiration for the welfare of the greater world. So he came back again to material life, got married to Barishamati, produced many children, took care of the welfare of all the citizens. And the beauty, the ending beauty is, and then at the right time he left everything and again went back and did austerity. This is very special. Sometimes we take up a responsibility, but again we develop an attachment to that responsibility. So the whole point of Bhagavad Gita, the essence is to not have attachment. Do your duties, right? They say do your duties and don't expect the result. That's the beauty. You're supposed to take care. See, sometimes people think that either they become detached and irresponsible, or they become responsible and attached. Whereas we're supposed to be responsible and detached. That's the actual essence. I do my duty perfectly, as if everything is dependent on me. But when it comes to result, I behave as if nothing I have done, everything is done by the Lord, with no attachment. So responsibility with detachment. Otherwise, what will happen? People will start running away from their responsibility in the name of spiritual life. Oh, I have to chant, so I cannot clean the clothes. I have to chant, so I can't cook. I have to chant, so I'll not take care of my family. No, you do everything. At the same time, when the right time comes, you are... See, in those days, people used to enter the Grahastha ashram with a master plan on how they're going to exit the Grahastha ashram. Nowadays, it is like Abhimanyu is a Chakravi, only entering. Exiting, nobody is planning. Like how I will exit, there is no such plan. But I entered. Now I don't know what to do. I am confused. But actually, every Grahastha is supposed to have a master plan. This many years I will serve, I'll make this much, I'll save this much, I will invest here, I will do this, that way I'll take care of my children, this will happen. At this age, I will leave everything. Then it's a proper Grahastha life, where you take care of your responsibilities, at the same time you have to give up. See, that is why in the olden days, the kings, they are called Rajarishis. They used to also engage in sense gratification. But for everything, there was a time. Okay, this is over, now I have to do. Like Bharat Maharaj, he left the world as somebody flushes the stool in the bathroom. Okay, done, over, finished. Nothing, no attachment. That was the beauty. So here we see these glorious kings, whether it is Priyavrata Maharaj or Prithu Maharaj or Ambarish Maharaj or Parikshit Maharaj or Yudhishthir Maharaj. So amazing they were, balancing their spiritual life and material responsibilities in such a wonderful way. So actually this material world is like a poison which has come out from Samudra Manthan. The poison which came out from Samudra Manthan, only Lord Shiva could take it. Similarly, in material world, everything is full of faults. Whatever we do, there will be so many repercussions. Whatever we are doing, we are getting. But if we maintain the disposition of Vaishnava, like Lord Shiva, then only we can drink this poison. Otherwise, we'll die. We'll die in this material world. But if we somehow keep that disposition of a Vaishnava, then we will be able to tolerate whatever is there. Because we cannot escape. Even though somebody may say, okay, I am not in material life, I am a full-time devotee of ISKCON, still there will be so many things you will have to do. As a manager, sometime as a department head, sometime as a devotee, serving, responsibility, so many things. But if they maintain the disposition of a Vaishnava in the heart, then they will be able to somehow manage. Otherwise, even though Srila Prabhupada has created a spiritual world inside the material world for all of us. Inside this spiritual world, we are creating our own material world. with so many anarthas and all. So we have to be so very careful. So anyway, this is a very wonderful this. It gives us a very good insight into how submissiveness is better than stubbornness. More than other securities, the actual security is being surrendered to the Lord's plan. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. We see in Chaitanya Charitamritam also how Raghunath Das Goswami also was so surrendered. He was doing the right only. He wanted to renunciate everything and come. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Markata Vairagya. This is not the right time for you. Stay at home. Do your duties. When the right time comes, I'll tell you. At the same time, Lord was also so submissive because he came as Bhakta Avatar. When he wanted to go to Vrindavan, he went to Ramkeli. That time Rupa Goswami told him, no, don't go. This is not the right time. You're going with so many people. The Nawab will come to know you. Better go back. Then Lord went up to Kanai Shala and went back. He never said, I'm Supreme Personality of God. I'll do whatever I want to do. So submissive. Because at that time they are taking the role of superior. So the Lord has simply followed. In fact, we see in Mahabharata also, when this Ashwatthama episode happens, and now they are supposed to kill Ashwatthama because he tried to kill he killed the Upapandavas already. At that time there was a difference of opinion. Draupadi and Yudhishthira are telling her, don't kill. He is a son of our guru, let leave him. And Bhima and Krishna are on one side. No, kill him. So then Krishna tells Arjuna, why not you tell what should be done? So like that, at that time, if you just see the whole temperament of all the devotees involved in that conversation, Draupadi did not say that, I will decide. Who are you to decide, Bhima? Why are you saying that you want to kill? You have all animalistic tendencies. I don't want to listen to you. Neither Bhima told Draupadi, who are you? After all, you are a woman, you are sentimental, you are emotional, we don't want to listen to you. Nobody said, or neither Yudhishthira said, I am the boss here, I am the eldest, I will decide. Neither Krishna told, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I will decide. Everybody was like, what do you say? So, humble mood, humble state of mind. What do you say? What do you feel? Then everybody together, they churned, and then the right decision came out. Okay, we will not kill him, but kill him. So just if we insult him, it is like killing. For a person who is very respectable, if you don't give him the right respect, it's like killing him only. There is no need of going and killing with a knife. If you don't respect, they feel like they're dead. So let's do it. Then they removed his money and they shaved his head and they just left him. So we see so many such instances, whether it is Mahabharata or Ramayana or in Srimad Bhagavatam, how the devotees are teaching us by example that always we should take shelter of the elders, always listen to the superiors. If we do that, we will be empowered and we will be pleasing the Lord. Here Prabhupada gives the example. He says that actually Krishna is telling in Dhyana Yoga that one yogi, a yogi who with great faith meditates on me, he is the best of that yogi and he is the highest of all. That highest thing only Priyavrata Maharaj was doing. He is just meditating on the Lord. He is the best of the yogi. Lord is happy with him. But still imagine, he is ready to give up that just to please the superiors. That means the real definition of success is given in this verse. The real definition of success is not accomplishment. It's to please the superiors. If the superiors are pleased, right? Even in Krishna consciousness, sometimes when we are living in a community, there will be so many such services which we may not enjoy, especially during festivals. Everybody wants to be inside the temple hall, watching the Abhishek, doing Kirtan. Who wants to be in chappal stand? Who wants to be driving and taking devotees? Who wants to be somewhere in the basement cooking? But still the devotees do it because they understand that the real success is not standing and watching Abhishek. The real success is when Guru and Krishna are pleased. When the superiors are pleased, then Krishna will be so happy. Maybe we can't see the Abhishekam at that time, but Krishna is looking at us wherever we are, whatever service we are doing. He is so happy with us. And that will give us happiness in Krishna consciousness. That is why you see many devotees, their personal experience will be that when I was coming like a guest to the temple, I was able to watch full Abhishek because I am guest. Nobody will push me. If I give some donation, people will be giving me Aarti also. Please come and stand in the front and see Abhishek. But that did not give so much pleasure. As much as pleasure we get when we are cleaning those Abhishek vessels, when we have all the responsibilities, midnight we are tired but we are serving. Some unknown happiness is coming. And that means Krishna is pleased with us when we feel so happy from inside. But as a guest, even if we are seeing everything, that taste of happiness will not come. But when Krishna is pleased, Guru Parampara is pleased. When we listen to superior, the whole Parampara blesses us. All the Acharyas blesses us. And that is the greatest empowerment. Even somebody may chant 192 rounds like Haridas Thakur, but if they are not following the instructions of superior, then Krishna is not pleased with them. But even if somebody may not be able to do that big austerities, okay, they need 3 times full prasadam, maybe they cannot fast on Ekadashi, okay, maybe they're not able to do that great austerities. But if they're ready to surrender to the superiors and following the instruction, they will be blessed. So the whole takeaway is that we have to follow the instructions of the superiors, Guru Parampara. That's how the hierarchy goes. In a normal materialistic company also, they are so conscious about hierarchy. You cannot escalate the matter unnecessary up. You have to be on that level only. Similarly in Krishna consciousness also, we have to be on that level only. Like from us to our mentor to Siksha, Guru to Diksha, it has to go in that level. Instead of directly trying to escalate the matter and approaching Krishna, we have to go through Guru Parampara. Because even in Goloka Vrindavana also, that system is there. There are the gopis, then there are the special gopis, and then under them there are some more sakhis, and then there are manjaris, and that's how the things work. So we have so many pastimes where, everything has to go through manjaris, then you cannot directly approach Radharani. And that way, that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Gopi Padakamalaya Dasa. What is that famous sloka? Naham Vipro Nacham Narapati. What is my constitutional position? I am Dasa. And if we are somehow able to remain in that mood, only then we will be happy in Krishna consciousness. With this, I'll end it here. Just 5 more minutes. Any suggestions, any comments, I can take that. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you. Because I am also hearing about Priyavrata Maharaj story, also learning, but the very nice point you told today, this point because he came his old age, so a little later. That's very true. Prabhupada and Priyavrata, they are both brothers.
Brothers, yes.
Prabhupada Maharaj was ruling. So after his
sons.
Yeah. So after that, Priyavrata Maharaj came to rule. Very nice point, and I never thought about that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So very nice point of view for this verse.
Thank you. Okay, you have anything to say?
Maybe one small point. Mataji is always, we should always accept the order of our superiors, even though when we fail, rather than escaping from it. Correct, Mataji?
Yeah, right. If we're trying to do something independently, we may be successful. But in following the orders of the superior, even if we are not successful, the ultimate success is that we have followed the order. That's the actual success. So there is a success in failure also, right? But if we may succeed on our personal thing, but that may be a failure in success. Because sometimes you see, you may become very successful, but with that success, some other weeds will grow. The weeds of ego, the weeds of ahankara, oh, I could do it, I can do anything. But sometimes we may have failed miserably, But with that failing, so much humility has come. That's our success. Because we want Trinadapi Sunichana Tarorevas. Okay, I could not do it, but that, that is our success, Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Nitai Sevini Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, she saw that yesterday it was not so good. She was taking vomit and all. After making this anesthesia. She's not so feeling well for every time. Yeah. But yesterday evening was a little all right. I think 2-3 days she has been in hospital.
Okay.
Friday, Thursday or Friday she can come.
Okay.
It's going on like that.
Yeah, Jagannath. Thank you.
So how is Mataji programs?
Mataji, actually in Zurich, there is nothing much. I will just take them outside for sightseeing. Tomorrow we'll go for one devotee house in distance time.
Distance time.
Yeah. And day after tomorrow morning we will leave.
Okay.
We'll go to Germany. To our house and then 26. Friday morning we will leave after Krishna.
Okay. Going to your place.
And there is a program, that devotee program, and after Simhachal.
Nice. Okay. I want to call you.
No problem. I know there are too many.
One Prabhu told me, okay, I will try to arrange, but he didn't reply.
Yeah, no problem. I know there are like so many things. But okay, Prabhuji, no problem. I mean, Mataji, Prabhuji are fine. We will meet Prabhuji here. Mataji, Prabhuji are there.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.